It's the most confusing time of the football season, transfer deadline day. Oh, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you are all doing well today, man. I really do hope that. Are you doing well? Yes? Oh, that is pleasing news. Welcome back to a Chelsea news video, I suppose, of sorts. Although there's just one piece of news I really want to crack into, and that is, of course, transfer deadline day. Not the most exciting deadline day for Chelsea. I'll explain why, and we'll get into that. I also want to talk about Thomas Tuchel's peculiar new and potentially quite exciting new formation that seems to be his preferred shape with 5 attackers. Brilliant, but peculiar. Do consider subscribing if you're new to Football Therapy. We're very close to 110,000 subscribers, and you, my friend, watching this video could be the difference. If you do choose to click subscribe, you then must click the bell notifications icon because there's daily content and you want to keep up, of course. Also, if you want to show further love to your boy Jan, that'd be sweet. Drop a like on this video as we roll into today's content. Deadline day. A peculiar time, right? No one really knows what's going on with Chelsea until perhaps near the deadline when people start flying out the door and flying in. But it's a peculiar instance this season because Chelsea have a really big squad. And the new gaffer is seemingly happy with his squad. Doesn't think we really need anyone. There was a slight indication that if they can do some late business, they will. But I'm not sure they will, but Chelsea always surprise you, don't they? You get some stuff just before the deadline, literally a couple of hours before, someone random will come in and you'll be like, oh, David Luiz is back. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying David Luiz is going to come back, but you know what I mean. You remember that. You remember that under Conte? Thomas Tuchel is used to playing with what he's given. Certainly was at Dortmund, and he was given quite a lot of good stuff at PSG, granted. But Chelsea is similarly an excellent squad, and he's looking to work with everyone and give everyone a chance. Don't be surprised, though, if you get 1 or 2 people out the door, like late doors, or maybe someone wriggles in the last moment. Anyway, the most notable story was Billy Gilmour reportedly pushing, in inverted commas, for a move because he wanted to start for Scotland in what is a historic campaign for Scotland, qualifying for an international tournament. He wanted to be part of that. He's like, bro, I gotta play, I gotta be part of this. This could never happen again in my career, maybe, if you look at historically how things went. So he was reportedly pushing for a move out of Chelsea, which made me sad, man. Yeah, it made me sad because I absolutely adore Billy Gilmour. I think he absolutely changes dynamics in the midfield. Great professional attitude in the way he plays the game in the match. It's just so good. So I was sad to hear that. But David Ornstein has flown in for today's first and pretty much only transfer story at the moment and explained what the deal is with the Billy Gilmour situation. Right then, so this is from David Ornstein's column of The Athletic. A reputable guy and usually knows his onions. God, that's an old expression, isn't it? I'm going to take you through it and hopefully offer you some reassuring, relaxing and positive information about young wee Billy Gilmour. Let's crack on. Gilmour is likely to remain at Chelsea rather than move on loan unless things take a surprising turn. The 19-year-old had been considering his situation, and the former manager Frank Lampard admitted after his final game in charge last weekend that there was a chance Gilmour could depart on a short-term deal. Gilmour has been left out of Thomas Tuchel's opening 2 squads since he was appointed to succeed Lampard, but Chelsea face a busy run of fixtures as they continue to compete across all 3 competitions, and that may result in increased opportunities for the Scottish midfielder. Right off the bat, great relief. To be honest, if we keep Billy Gilmour and if he's to be included in our current squad playing under Tuchel, for me that's almost like a new signing. God, I hate that cliche. The truth is, man, Billy Gilmour's never put a foot wrong when he's played. On his I've said this a couple of times, maybe 3 times on the channel, but his full Premier League debut, his full Champions League debut, and his full FA Cup debut. Why am I forgetting how to say debut? Anyway, he won man of the match in all 3. Flawless. 3 competitions, 3 debuts, man of the match. Hadwood still be in the League Cup, maybe he'd win man of the match at that as well. He's not put a foot wrong. And he's such a game changer, and Tuchel, I'm convinced Tuchel would love him when he sees him play. He's like a little Verratti, genuinely, and that's not like a lazy comparison because they're both small. They're both like tenacious midfielders that have an eye for a forward pass. Perfect! Anyway, let's read on in the column. Rather than exit and spend time adjusting to a new team and environment for only a few months of first team football, it is expected Gilmour will use that period to assess where he stands with Tuchel and whether he'll be likely to feature in the German's plans for next season. If this looks improbable, then it may be then decided that a 4-season loan is the best course of action. Gilmour's hopes of being named in the Scotland squad for this summer's European Championships may have been boosted by regular game time away from Stamford Bridge, although he is known to be extremely highly rated within the national team setup, and many believe his first team call-up to Steve Clarke's senior side is only a matter of time. To be honest, man, if Scotland don't call him up, even if he's not really playing, that is mental. He trains so well, he's such a good professional, and no offence to Scotland, they've got a decent squad at the moment, but you don't leave that talent out. If he was English, Gareth Southgate would have been looking at him after those 2 consecutive man-of-the-match performances against Liverpool and Everton last season when he bossed the midfield. Any national team would have looked at that and been like, you know what, this kid is a baller, we have to consider him. Even if he's not playing at the moment that much, Scotland can't afford to leave him out. Anyway, I personally really would like to see him in this Chelsea team under Thomas Tuchel in that midfield as one of the sixes, the double sixes, that, you know, Tuchel keeps talking about. I think he'd be perfect. Genuinely. He could play where Jorginho is playing, but maybe better. No offense to Jorginho, he's been playing well. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on Billy Gilmour and what you think might happen in the transfer deadline window. If anything happens today, I'll of course make an emergency Chelsea news video and keep you guys updated, so make sure you have that bell notification. I can't talk! Bell notifications icon turned on. As we move on away from deadline day and talk about Tuchel's formation. Right then, it's mental, isn't it? Well, it's not. It's a 3-4-3. But it's a 3-4-2-1 with 2 like inside forwards / 10s behind a striker. It's kind of weird because the wing backs are so offensive. I mean, granted, Marcos Alonso played wing back under Antonio Conte, but Callum Hudson-Odoi is a right wing back. I tweeted out he's like a sort of supercharged Galacticos super skillful Victor Moses, isn't he? I don't know if that's disrespectful to Victor Moses or Callum Hudson-Odoi. Point being, he would have probably raised an eyebrow, Callum Hudson-Odoi, when he was first given that role to play in the team, but Tuchel says, look, I want to start you, I think you're good. Brilliant, Gaffer, welcome to Chelsea, I'm so keen, thank you. You're playing right wing back. What? No, kid, but chill, because you're basically just going to occupy the same space, and as a winger, you've been asked to track back anyway. Conte, Sarri, Lampard. You still do that, but because of the 2 defensive sixes, you don't have to do it as much. And really, Tuchel's formation in possession is a 3-2-5. 5 along the front. It's the striker with the 2 number 10s combining, and the wingbacks just holding mega width, just playing as wide wingers basically. Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel can afford to deploy this formation because the back 3 like often stay back. Maybe Azpilicueta will dart forward, but certainly you'll leave 2 centre backs back like Thiago Silva and Rudiger, and it's not always Azpilicueta darting forwards. Sometimes it will just be the 3 back staying, and always the 2 sixes, the holding midfielders, will stay back as well. So you'll have at least a block 5, maybe 4 people always holding back, which actually is quite a safe reserved system to protect you in transition. Frank Lampard, when they went a goal behind or they were chasing a goal, they would often throw players forwards. Maybe a little bit of naivety there from Frank Lampard, but you do often see a lot of big teams doing that. Tuchel is reluctant to do that and understands the dangers of the transitional game in the Premier League, so he'll always leave this compact block behind, protecting the goal and sending everyone flying up on the flanks and joining the strikers and inside forward / number 10s. And ultimately you have a line of attackers that try and combine with each other and break down low blocks. Now, interestingly, his run at Chelsea as a manager is a very difficult one at the beginning because he plays against Wolves, mega low block, didn't want to come out. Then we play against Burnley, mega low block, didn't really want to come out. We're going to play Tottenham. Have you watched them lately? Mega low block, doesn't want to come out, and Harry Kane's not there either, so they're going to be double scared of coming out. And then you got Sheffield, it's the same. So whether he's just deploying this formation early doors to protect himself from transition and use width to get inside, low blocks from the opposition or not. We'll soon see. After this run of games, if we can continue to see the back three system, we'll know that's just what he wants to do this season to get him hopefully into top four. A sort of pragmatic approach. But whether Thomas Tuchel's long-term designs for Chelsea Football Club is this formation or not, I'm not so sure, and we'll have to see. Chilwell might suffer a little bit if it is a left wing back system. Tuchel did say he likes Chilwell and he only chose Marcus Alonso against Burnley for his aerial prowess, headers against a team like Burnley that have a lot of aerial duels and long balls. So maybe against different teams Chilwell will come back in. Reece James will definitely feature and rotate with Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Callum Hudson-Odoi of course can be moved into the front or actually the other side. Tuchel said that as well. So it's very interesting. An analysis, formation, stats, tactics nerds like me really enjoys Thomas Tuchel as the Chelsea coach at the moment. But I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on the lineups and formations down in the comment section below. So please do go down there and express yourselves. I'll be keen to read what you have to say. Other than that, my friends, enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.